Hi, this is Brandon with KingdomCreations.info. In this tutorial, I'd like to show you how to upload a video that is either used for sermon media or announcement videos from an iPhone or camera device, and to create a new video file that can be either used on your website or at your Sunday service. The first thing we need to do, and I should mention that I'm using a Mac, and so I'm using two programs, iPhoto, which comes with a Mac, and iMovie, which also comes with a Mac. The first thing that we need to do is to import any media into that we're going to use from our iPhone or from our camera into iPhoto. And so now we've done that. I've already imported some here. And so what we're going to do is, now that iPhoto is open, we also want to open iMovie. After we've opened iMovie, the first thing we need to do is to create, we got to go to File, and we need to go to New Event. This helps categorize our movies. And so what we're going to do, I'm just going to label this announcement, and this could be sermon, or whichever one you're doing. You'll see here we've got some sermon videos as well as announcement videos. After we've done that, what we need to do is to bring some media in. Now, in order to do that, we go back to iPhoto. We find the media that we wish to bring in. I'm just going to select a couple of just short clips here. We're going to drag those to iMovie. And we're going to place them in our new folder that we just created. We'll see that it just takes a moment to bring those into the program. So now that we have the media there, the next thing we have to do is to actually create a movie. So we click on the plus create sign, and we click on movie. When we do that, we're presented with some themes. Typically what we do at Abundant Life in Boonville is we use the modern theme for sermons, and we use the neon theme for announcements. And so for this, we'll just show you how to make it a quick announcement video. We'll click on Neon, and then at the bottom right, we click on Create. Now we have to name it. And we'll just place this for December 25th. Now once we see the Sunday announcement show up here at the top, that means the video is ready to be created. Now the first thing we need to do is to add an introduction or a title slide to our video. If we click on titles, we'll see that some come right with the theme, and it's important, as we do add different things to this video, we want to stay with the current theme. So we'll drag this opening title here, and just a couple of little features with iMovie. We can zoom out a little bit so we can get a better picture of the movie itself. Now, typically, the introduction, we're going to want this to be a little bit longer. So right now it says 4 seconds. We're going to make that about 30 seconds. The reason we do this is it gives people an opportunity to get back to their seats, and we'll add some music in a moment here. As you can see, there's some text overlaid on here, and so we want to just get rid of that. And we'll turn off automatic content so that this doesn't continue to show up. So right now, as is, we have a 30-second clip that says welcome to church. From there, so we have an introduction. The next thing we need to do is add some media. So we go back to our iMovie library with the two videos that we already brought in. If we click on one, we'll see a plus sign. We're just going to add both of these videos to our current movie, and we're going to increase the volume level. Now what that does increasing the volume just makes the voice very loud. Now sound guys can typically lower or raise this if it needs to be, but I like to start at the loudest possible quality. After we've added the video, the next thing we need to do is add some transitions. So if we click on the Transitions tab, we'll see the neon theme transition. We'll just add this after each video. So now we've got an introduction, we've got some videos. The last thing we need to do is add a closing title. Same process as before, we'll just add it at the end. Double clicking on it will allow you to change the text. We'll click Enjoy the Service and push the check box. So now what we see is we have this short video, and I'll just start it here towards the end of the welcome so that you can see the video.
November 12th at 6:30 here at the church in 2013. If you would like more information or would like...
As you can see, those are just two short clips, and obviously your clips will be longer than this. But we've got these clips, and we now what we need to do is add some music to this video. So we'll go to sound effects. You can also pull in music from iTunes. We're going to find the one that corresponds with our current, let's see, this one. That sounds fine, so we're going to add that down here to our video. We'll start it at the beginning and have it go all the way to the end. Now what we need to do is to drag this audio back to the end point so that the audio stops at the end of the video. Now we've got the audio in place. The next thing we want to make sure is that the audio doesn't overpower our speaker. So currently it looks like this. As you can see, that audio is competing with the speakers. So to change that, if we click on where we want the audio to come down, we can right click and click on Split Clip. And then also where we want the audio to fade back up, we're going to right click and split the clip. And so now what we can do is we've isolated this portion of the song, and so we'll lower this to about 7%. And so now what we need to do is we need to make the audio both fade in and fade out. To do that, there's this little button that shows up on the audio, and so we can fade that in and fade it out, and we'll do that every area that we want the audio to have that effect. And so now what we have a very just a simple announcement video. I'll play it for you real quick and you'll be able to hear it.
November 12th at 6:30 here at the church in 2013. If you would like more information or would like...
Okay, as you can see, that is a very quick look at how to make an announcement video. It's really a short process. The only other thing I wanted to show you was how to add some text on top of an announcement. So we can go to Titles, select this middle one. I like adding this to the announcements. If we drag it over the picture, we will then see that we can add an announcement. So say this was potluck dinner, 7 p.m. Push the check mark there, and what we're going to find is that we now have
November 12th at 6:30 here at the church in 2013.
a short little text that shows up on that portion of video. So now we have this entire video, start to finish, with music, with videos. It's only taken us a few minutes to accomplish, and that's as easy as it is to make an announcement video. The same process can be followed to create sermon videos. Obviously, this middle section would be for the sermon. You'd have an introduction and a closing. and you probably wouldn't have music. You'd probably just have the sermon audio. The last thing that we have to do, whether we're creating an announcement video or a sermon video, is to export this. And so typically these files are too large to directly share to YouTube from iMovie. And so the process we have to go through is to share this first with a file. You can change any of this information that you need to. We're going to save this right to our desktop. And we'll see that this is only going to take about a minute for this to process. So while that's processing, we'll go to YouTube and we will get